10 years ago to have 2 Canadian goalies in the championship.
And both of these guys were over 70% saving the ball in the semifinals.
Eli Goldbrick will take the draw against Mike Sisselberger, and we're underway in the Cash App PLL Championship. Ball still up for grabs in the middle of the field, and Goldbrick comes up with it. First possession of the day to Waterdogs. And they get a 52-second shot clock because possession was granted to Archers first. That's a big benefit for them.
You're going to get their best when the stakes are higher.
No question, and in this stadium they couldn't possibly be any higher. And it's a new type of atmosphere for Sisselberger as well, the rookie face-off man from Lehigh, battling to get possession. Kept in by Currier, behind the back pass, stays with Waterdogs.
They got numbers.
Quick passing. Well, you had Hayes tried to one-time it past the goaltender Dobson, and he was up to the task. Bounce shot. That's not going to be Ward.
Transition defense.
That first PLL title, though.
You know, for me, and people who follow the sport, Ryan, Cotter, Quint, we know where he stands. He's one of the all-time greats, whether he wins or not. But from an outsider's perspective, you want him to have a championship tied to his name to just stamp and say, go away with any other talk. Does that make sense?
Like a John Elway type of situation, when his career was finally over and he got the win. Now loose ball in front of the crease. This is actually a perfect scenario.
Concept the same as basketball. You're reading the defenders.
Sisselberger wins the faceoff. Now, what does he do with it now that he has it in his possession? This is key in this entire game. Throws it over the head of his teammate. It's a turnover. Fresh 52 seconds for the Waterdogs.
And that's exactly what the Waterdogs are banking on strategically. You know, no team causes more turnovers. Sorry, they had 7 turnovers, 3rd in the league, but nobody's better in the 32-second after a face-off loss than the Waterdogs.
Will go use the earth.
Oh, man, Adam Brown really exploded on the scene in terms of the professional ranks during the PLL's Sixes tournament last February. He thought there's no way Bates can keep him off the field, and he's proven that right because he has been great this summer. Turnover again off the faceoff win for Sisselberger. Will the Dogs look to push? They will. Beautiful pass. But unfortunately, Sowers couldn't hang on to it.
And just going back to that faceoff win by Sisselberger, it's the second time he's missed Schreiber. Archers are being really creative out of the sub box. They'll have Schreiber come on, and he's waiting to be an outlet, and Sisselberger has missed him twice.
Face-off violation against Sisselberger to be Waterdogs ball. A lot of talk about Sowers coming home here.
Trey LeClaire, extensive Canadian box background. Connor Fields, replacement. Reed Bauer, he's a ground ball machine in the indoor league. So when he has to crash the pipes and pick up some loose change too, watch 98. No. Michael is a gem of a human. I know, Ryan, you know him well as a Princeton grad, both of you. Raised so well. His father, David, was a long-time lacrosse and football coach. Mom, Liz, critical in his development as well. He's such a fine young man.
Watch the Dogs here. They want early offense. Now they settle.
Recalibrate. There's no way he can match the feet of Grant Ament.
Now keep an eye on Currier, 77 in white, taking the draw with Sisselberger. Wins possession for Waterdogs. Now the unusual task, making something happen for them with 32 seconds on the clock.
Sisselberger ran off, so they've got numbers.
And Reese took a 2-point shot.
What Dobson does, and you see how dangerous Archers are when that ball's in his stick and they can take off running.
Again, it's Currier at the face-off stripe. Sisselberger, his second violation on the face-off, so Currier will put it in play.
Because he ran off, they've got a 6-on-5 here.
They can attack quickly. Sowers looking up. That's Currier. Archers on top. It has been a long scoring drought for the Dogs. Got to make something happen. And it may start here. Still on the ground. Big hit from Piper Bond on Scarpello. Currier comes out of there with it as he so often does. 77 in white, brilliant off the ground.
Teaming, not sliding. It's got to be Connor Kelly. It's got to be Jack Hanna. It's got to be Ryan Conrad for the Waterdogs.
Sisselberger wins it. Gets it up to Connors. Tried to feed O'Keefe inside. Loose ball picked up by Wardo.
Lineup for the majority of the regular season. You put him in late, he proves himself. A goal and assist and monster type plays.
Heyman loses it. Currier. Will the Dogs look to pick up something quickly? Currier lost his footing. Now gets it on the far.
That all eyes are going to
Where to support this matchup. And when they do, he's dodging just to be a feeder.
Exactly. He knows with that advantageous matchup that all eyes are going to be on him. They're going to have to help and support. Just a matter of reading that slide package. You saw the first slide. There was no second slide to Caraway, so an easy read. He's basically a quarterback. Once that slide occurs, he's just going through his read progression. Caraway's option one. He's open. You throw it to him.
Archer's still trying to sub in with just 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Heyman backing it up. Looking for help. Slide comes. Pass inside. Over the shoulder shot. Shot clock winding down.
Our touch count up offensively. I think we're a little bit iso ball right now, but to be honest with you, like there are times where we've had really good possessions and just haven't been able to go ahead and finish. So when we get some transition, when we get some good looks, we just got to shoot angry, get the ball to an edge here, and hopefully get one past Dobson. There we go.
The ultimate Swiss Army knife, Zach Currier. This is what he affords you from the face-off position. He's not a traditional specialist. He's a do-everything. So when he picks up this ball, it's not like a normal face-off guy. He pushes. If you're not going to respect it, we talked about Schreiber's twister earlier. How about the English on this one?
That's with pressure on you, right? Getting mugged. Zach Currier is the ultimate unicorn in this sport. To your point, when you face him off, a lot of times you want to sub your face-off guy. You win at 32 seconds. It might be 18 seconds by the time you play offense. When he wins, it's go time.
Now Sisselberger gets the better of Goldbricks. Looking for help in the form of Matt Moore. He's got him. So 25.
Play by Connor Kelly.
Now it's Currier at the dot against Sisselberger, RB.
And this is a critical 230 here. Waterdogs have been chipping away, chipping away. Can you get it to a reasonable margin?
Possession granted to Sisselberger. Coach Bates calling a timeout. Speaking of Philadelphia, there was Coach Bates. He and his defensive coordinator, Tony Resch, from this area as well. Sisselberger is
there. That leaves Sowers open in the interior.
If you've turned on the tape over the last couple weeks in the playoffs and seen all the points of Michael Sowers, you've almost seen everything. A crease inside goal, the dodging, the passing.
Sisselberger is going to have to let it fly, and does. That hits the defender in front. Horn sounds to end a very entertaining first half of lacrosse. Nothing has been decided yet. Offs dead even. I don't think you would have thought that was going to be the case at the start of this game, but that is where we are. What's going on, Q?
It's drizzling again. Chris Bates, Archer's focused offensively on spacing. Get really wide, let it breathe, use their speed. He said, we think we're faster. They haven't been able to keep pace with Ogilvin. He likes their speed and dodging sets, which will eventually draw double teams, but spread it out on offense, Archers.
Dogs with the first possession of this second half. Hammered behind the net.
And he guesses to his right and leans off that near post. And you think about earlier, the Schreiber goal, well, that's going to be your inclination as a goalie to take away that far post, and he paid the price.
Sisselberger wins the clamp, and he throws it away.
And he had Ambler coming right out of the box behind him.
You can see Ambler telling him that right there on the screen.
I'm telling you, gentlemen, when Zach Currier is hunting you down, you think differently. Like, you have to worry about your stick. This is, tell people, when you hit a pause, that's your opportunity to feel where that pressure is. If it's backside pressure, continue going.
Connor Kelly, you saw it at Maryland, won a world championship with Team USA in June in San Diego. Sisselberger scores! Well, that's one way to get it done face-off stripe.
Go fucking do it again.
This is a juice goal. Teammates call him Sis. As a rookie alongside the second-year pro, Brett Dobson in goal. These two have given this Archers locker room a different mentality. It's looser. Players are celebrating their personalities, and no one, Connor, you know better than anyone, has a bigger personality than that guy right there, Michael Sisselberger.
Great All-American face-off man at Lehigh, was also a wrestler from nearby, the Lehigh Valley. That's where he grew up, where he went to college. And now he's trying to win a championship just down the road here in Philadelphia. Juice goal for the Archers. Gets it back. Now that's a look right there. Got it in the stick of Jared Connors. And the Bond. He'll look to get into an offensive player's stick, and he does here.
Brian Spallina, Kyle Sweeney,
Mike
on defense.
Springer, Joe Seglia.
The garbage.
Yes, you guys had characters. Yeah, what a locker room.
We Built This City was their post-game victory song. I mean, I would laugh after games and go down there and see guys dancing to that.
Bodies flying everywhere. O'Keefe goes flying. Connor Marr trying to dig up a ground ball.
Sensing a slight momentum change here, Cotter. The Waterdogs kind of feeling and looking like
Adjacent to Connor Kelly. Everyone is so concerned about Kelly with the two-pointers that Caraway is the next option there next to Kelly. He's getting that look.
He had 2 this season, so he's a legit threat.
I feel like he's in a better space, too. He played a lot of attack with the Atlas, and above the goal, I feel like he just has more options in his game.
Waterdogs in trouble once again on that ride.
In the last 24 minutes, and I mentioned at half, he's one of the best big game goalies of all time. This is his moment right now. Like Dylan Ward flips the script in terms of how this game has gone for him.
Or will Dobson take the mantle from Ward, the other Canadian in the other net, with 16 saves in his championship game debut. Sisselberger can't get a shot off. He got all the way to the crease, and then Goldbricht robbed him of a chance.
little yard sale.
Shot. Sis wins it to Connors.
This is his trajectory. He runs to the middle of the field. He creates options to hit to Amen or O'Keefe.
So like driving in traffic, he
Yes.
cut off the defender.
Give me the middle.
And that's what created the 3-on-2 there. Good things happen when you get to the middle. But it just felt like they needed a little bit of juice. I'll give in timeout so I get more juice out of the power play and so I can warm up to Luka.
That's actually a great point. Let's see if Currier can win it. He's going against one of the best in the world in Sisselberger, who just shucks it down to the offensive end, and a great catch from O'Keefe. And now O'Keefe just going to run for his life as they try and run the last 30 seconds off of this man down. But a great check gets it back to Waterdogs. Now there's the timeout.
Keep him in the net, right?
Yeah, I would, whether it's in net.
Trick last year in the championship game. Huge face-off here. Sis wins it. Listen to the physicality at that face-off, Doc.
Man, he paid the price, huh?
Tough as nails. Division I wrestler.
So that timeout paid dividends. You cash in on the power.
And leave Caraway open, which they did, because if they don't, Connor Kelly's the best outside shooter maybe in the world.
Archers have won 10 straight face-offs coming into this one. Make it 11 straight. Sisselberger just lowers his shoulder, takes a shot high. It'll stay with Arch. I don't know, how do you not like Sisselberger's game?
He doesn't care what they're doing in the sub game. He's going.
I'm gonna hit somebody and I'm gonna shoot it. Shot clock is down on this side of the field, by the way. So
Yes, middle. He has a point.
I think you can't go back at that point in time, though, because the Archers were basing their possession on the clock that they saw. Possession goes to Currier. Man, when you need a face-off, you need a ground ball. 77 is so good at it. Waterdogs call the timeout. Looks listen in on Coach Copeland with possession, down a point here late in the fourth.
Plenty of time here. I'm out. So let's come out of this. Let's run 6.
Really kind of in Archer's favor, just being without Fields.
Q is standing by with Mike Sisselberger.
No Trell Harris, no Connor Fields. What is this?
I don't know. I just love it, and I think they made it because they know I'm a wrestler, but it could totally be like 10 years old. So either way, I love it.
How do you best describe what these fans just saw?
I mean, the game of lacrosse. I think if it's just competitive every time you go out, no matter what team. I tell my family every day, every game we play is an all-star game, and nothing's ever going to be easy. I mean, on paper, all of these guys could win any game, but whoever shows up to play that day is going to win. And thankfully, today was our day. You never know. We play that team 10 times. They could very well beat us 9, but today's that day of the 10th. So
we just witnessed maybe the most clutch goal in Tom Schreiber's illustrious career to get him that championship. What was that like for you as a rookie to be his teammate, to see him do that today?
I mean, just me as a rookie, looking up to Tom my whole life, watching him play at Princeton, watching him play in the pros for years. Being able to play on the same field as him is just a dream come true, and he makes plays like that every day, in and out, no matter if it's at practice, no matter if it's in the game. It comes so natural to him, and at the end of the day, he deserves this one more than anyone I know. So I'm just really happy for him, and I'm really happy for this team.
Former wrestler, you got the belt right here. Talk about Cole Tough, that's you.
WWE.
Pennsylvania Cole Tough.
I'm straight. Come down to Sis Farms, we're slaying pigs, and we're throwing up some cinder blocks.
Mike Sisselberger, folks.
Oh, it's so good. I was just up there on the way down here. I drove down from Syracuse yesterday, driving through that territory there, the Lehigh Valley, to get down here. It's great to see these kids from this area. And I say kids because Sisselberger's fresh out of Lehigh, rookie, face-off man. Now he's a PLL champion.
You asked me earlier